Today we're looking at example 6 out of section 2.2, modeling revenue, cost, and profit. The issue in problem 6 is when we have numbers that cause our coefficients to be either really small or really large, we lose significant digits and get a less exact answer. To look at the previous example, quantity and cost were both listed in millions. We worked out the chart and did this in the previous example. However, if instead of saying it's in millions, we use the same numbers, only actually work out the full numbers, our equations wind up being quite similar, except 20 becomes 20 million, and so 2 times 10 to the 7th, and minus 0.7796 turns out to be minus 8 times 10 to the minus 7. And when we plug those formulas into our projected price and cost and work through the whole process, we see that our break-even points change from 1.828 to 1.818, and from 14.145 to 13.745. We'd like to be able to get the same answer whether or not we include the millions or not. And so we're going to set it up and do the same thing again. I've got my equations, I've done my profit, except I'm simply now going to look at this and say, I'd like to format the trend line label because it gave it to me in scientific notation, and I'd like it as a number, and as a number it starts out with 2 decimal places, and I need more than that, so I'm going to say 10 decimal places. I'm going to do the same thing with the other equation, make it a number, give it 10 decimal places. And now I have more decimal places and more significant digits. And then I simply go through and say, I have a formula for price. I'm going to copy and paste it into my formula for price. As always, I need to convert. This is going to be A32. I have a formula for cost. I'm going to copy it and paste it into cost. Again, this is times A32. I have an issue in that I had commas and it would like it without commas as the formula. So notice it's pretty close to the same thing. My projected revenue is going to be my price times my quantity. The projected profit is going to be equal to my revenue minus my cost. As we've done before, we're going to simply take this and go down a couple of extra rows. I'm looking at this. I'd like to say all of these numbers are dollars, so I'd like to use my formatting, make my columns broad enough to see it. I then want to say, I think somewhere near a million is going to be a break-even point, and somewhere near 15 million is going to be a break-even point. I use goal seek, what if analysis, goal seek. I'd like to make G37 0 by changing A37. And I'd like to make what if analysis again. I'd like to make G38 0 by changing A38. And I look at my numbers. I want to again do the same formatting. And so 1.828 and 14.15 million. Those are the same numbers I found for my goal seek before. And so having more digits means I get the right answer whether or not I included the millions or simply said that it's in millions. Thank you.